Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, another round of PI interview experience, and this time it's going to be Nirma. Nirma University का अभी एक interview हुआ है, and we are ready for the next round clip of it. I hope our student will be taking care of most of the questions for you. Please welcome. Yes, good day first of all to every viewer here, and let's know something in very important things about it. Nirma University में distribution जो होता है for all the different rounds, for example group interview, group exercise, VAT, इस तरीके के जो processes अलग अलग universities में होते हैं, इस university में इन्होंने कौन कौन से face किए and how was her distribution distributed? Let's start. Please come here.
So firstly, there was a TDP, which was actually an extempore, which has 10% marks to it, and personal interview was given 20% weightage, and academic qualification was 10%, and CAT score was given maximum weightage, which was 60%. My reporting time was 9:45 a.m. and the interview started directly on 9:45 a.m., which I was not expecting. I was expecting that I will go and they will give me number that at which time my interview is going to happen. So I was not prepared for that.
I would just stop here for 1 second. For those students who are very novice to this preparation, please come here. थोड़ा सा frame के बाहर मत जाइए. What we will be noticing is TDP is something new for us. Can you please spell that out?
Team development and presentation.
Team development presentation सिर्फ नाम चेंज हुआ है students, but जो हुआ है actually उसके अंदर वो बिल्कुल वैसा ही है जिसको आप बोलते हो group exercise, टीम एक्सरसाइज और सिंपली एक्सटेम्पो. प्रेजेंटेशंस टीम बिल्डिंग के नाम पर भी हो सकते हैं. बी अवेयर, आपको 100% तैयार रहना है किसी नए टॉपिक पे बोलने के लिए. लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ टीडीपी राउंड?
It was gender equality. My topic was gender equality for TDP particularly.
Gender equality, let's try to figure out how she handled the question, not the answer. They will be very easy to find the answer as well, but what was the first point came in your mind when they presented gender equality?
When they presented gender equality, actually they were it was very sudden. I was not expecting the interview. They came and they said your TDP interview, first process it's TDP and you will have to speak on gender equality. They told me that you can write your thought on blank paper, which I was having just next to me. So I grabbed that blank paper and wrote my thoughts about it and said them to in 1 or 2 minutes.
So it means they gave time for preparation. They are quite good at that point. And because this was the first interview of her life, as well as their also first interview for the day, I hope the time given could be degraded onwards in the later rounds. But she got absolute amount of time, at least 1 minute.
1 minute, minimum 1 minute.
So what were the highlights of those? We will not go into detail of that. Please prepare your own extempore presentations about it. On the spot preparation is quite important. Let's dive directly into interviews. That's the most important thing. So what do you think? How many panelists were there and how did they start?
There were 3 panelists, 2 female and 1 male. The first female panelist was asking me question on BCom especially, which was economics. She firstly asked me value added tax, then audit, then equilibrium, and then what is that was basic questions.
So did you prepare something in advance for it, for kind of technical questions of BCom?
Yes, actually I was hoping that they will ask me my favorite subject, but they didn't ask anything about that. But it was my luck, they asked me maximum question on economics. So I had prepared economics and it was my favorite subject, so it was in my favor only.
Did you go for the entire learnings of 11th, 12th and graduation books?
Yes, sir.
Or did you go for some FAQs kind of stuff?
I was going for 11th, 12th, but maximum focus was on FAQs.
So let's continue and move on to the next panelist. So there were 3 panelists. First interview was done for the first panelist was totally based on technical questions without any introduction much more like that. Let's dive into the second panelist. How many people were male and female were there?
2 were female and one was male. The second female asked me about Bhilwara and the university from which I was graduating, the name of person in the university's name. She asked me about that and told me to just tell me about Bhilwara, which is our city.
The name of the university, if you can spell that out.
My university was MDSU University, so Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati University. So she asked me, what is Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati in that university? Who is that person?
Interesting point. We never prepare for such kind of on the spot questions. For example, there is a college in our Bhilwara we call MLV Government College. Now this can be asked to any one of it. Who is Manikalal Verma, the full name of MLV, and he was a freedom fighter as well. So she was asked about MDS, Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati. Were you expecting?
Yes, sir, I was expecting, but I was thinking that I will not take the name of MDSU University because it is not very famously known university. So I prepared for Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati's name, but I wasn't expecting that question because I was not supposed to name that university, but they asked me directly, so I have to name it.
So quite nicely, I think you have handled that. Let's move on to some other questions of second panelist, who was the female.
She actually asked me how many RICO areas are in Rajasthan, which I didn't know because there are 9 zones particularly, but I was confused because every district usually have a RICO industrial area, so I didn't have, but I gave some answer which was satisfactory, I think so. And she definitely went deep into Bhilwara, and the third panelist also got deep into Bhilwara. So please prepare your hometown. They will definitely ask question on that, Rajasthan or Bhilwara, which was my hometown.
So students, important point for you, note it down. The place you belong to is your upbringing place. Don't miss it. Try to prepare the best as much as possible. Google all the significant things, related details, and when you'll be facing mock interviews in your mentors rounds, you'll be getting good amount of knowledge of what to prepare and what not. Let's dive into the third panelist. He was again a male. What did he ask you in particular?
He asked me what I like to do in my leisure time. I said that I like religious tales, and he dived into that. What are the tales you are listening nowadays? Ramayana, who is the author of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all that. He also asked me CM of Rajasthan and Haryana, which I knew Rajasthan one, but I didn't knew Haryana's one. So I said that I'm not sure about it and gave him some name, which I was not sure of, obviously.
2 points noted down. Hobbies and interests. She mentioned Ramayana, और बाद में they dived into Mahabharata as well. So ये तो चलेगा. This will be a part of interview process for interview based interests. But remember, your favorite passion must be catering all the answers that can dive into it. Also, she was asked about CM of Haryana. Don't forget, students, all the heads of your district, state, and nation can be of a fruitful interest for your interview. Don't miss them out. Any other thing that we are forgetting, please?
Yes, sir. The third panelist also asked me for what Bhilwara is actually famous for. I firstly said it is a textile city of India. Secondly, I was coming to second things, but he stopped me there and asked me what are the textile industries that you have in your city. I could only remember 3 at that time, so I said that, and he was done with the interview.
The same thing happened with another one as well. Textile city of South was asked. Some people were asked textile city of the world. So if you are belonging to some Vastra Nagari textile city, be ready for the relevant questions. She was asked about textile cities, 5 companies, and God forbid, not ask their names, the heads' names. So that was a good thing. And what will be the one-line advice for all the people who are preparing for Nirma University in your views?
I think so. My one-line advice would be that prepare your bachelor degree things very nicely. They will definitely ask question on you, and also prepare about your hometown. They are really diving deep into it, and they will definitely ask you a question about it.
I hope that answers most of your queries, and if you have some more, please comment them below. We will try to answer as much as possible. We will be shooting more videos like this. Please give us your compliments and suggestions in the advance. Thank you.